glad that you're a part of our team and are committing to serve with kids this year. First, I want to let you know just about a few things before we get into all the various training videos. It's about our vision and our values with Plum Creek Kids. You may know part of the vision both with kids and students here at Plum Creek is to partner with parents to impact the next generation. And that can be seen with this image right here. When you combine the influence of the light of the church, represented by the color yellow, with the heart of the home, represented by the color red, and mix those two together, you get this color orange. And that's what we're all about, working with the family to make a greater impact on the next generation. Actually, the curriculum that we use on Sunday mornings, it's called Orange Curriculum, and it comes from this very diagram here. And we want to, in everything that we do, provide parents with resources and avenues so that they can bring Jesus into their home and pass on their faith and share their faith with their kids so their kids can grow up knowing who Jesus is, fearing God, and living faithfully. Now, I also want to share with you some of the values that we have in Plum Creek Kids. We have 3 values: a safe, fun, and biblically relevant environment. You may know, in Plum Creek Kids, we value safety. Safety, it's why we do a check-in and check-out system. Safety, it's why we require all of our volunteers to be background checked. We know that all kids, especially preschoolers, are motivated by safety. They want to make sure they feel like they're in a safe place. That's what's going to keep them coming back. But not just for kids. We also recognize that in order for parents to feel comfortable leaving their kids in our environment, it needs to feel like a safe place. Somewhere they feel comfortable leaving their kids so that they can go into the worship service and not have to worry about whether their kid's safe. That way they can focus on the message and on worship. So we value safety. The second thing we value is fun. We know that kids, especially elementary kids, are motivated by fun. It's why all of our activities include some element of moving around or things like that to keep kids engaged. If all kids did was come into a room, sit in a circle, and the teacher just read a Bible story and they just waited until their parents returned, chances are we wouldn't have a growing and thriving kids ministry. However, because we spend time, energy, and resources on creating a fun environment, even what our environment looks like, we know that kids love to come back and enjoy their time in Kids Town. So we value a fun environment for kids. The last thing we value is a biblically relevant environment. The Bible is the source for truth, and it tells us both how we should live and what we should believe. And we want all kids to understand that the Bible is the authority for our life and for our teachings. And that if we want to know how we should live, we can turn to God's Word because it is true without any mixture of error. But we also recognize that the Bible has some topics that are not appropriate maybe for every age. And so we want to make sure that what we're teaching kids are truths from the Bible that are applicable and relevant to their age, but also we want to make sure that when we're teaching kids stories from the Bible, that we make it applicable to them specifically at their age, something that they can begin to live out that very week. So that's a little bit about our vision and about our values with Plum Creek Kids.